avoid the pike pulls, and if any roots come down or stuns come down from Peter, then you do a ton of damage, right? You can obviously you know, you often do end up getting a big advantage. Not in this case. Keen.
Yeah, he's taking a lot of damage. Not actually going to take the Q, and Duckdom did take a turret shot. Perfect's doing a better job of surviving, per se.
So far.
But he's also not farming at all because the lane's pushing away from him. So you've got Canyon up here and far away from it.
Yeah, he needs the XP here. I mean, he needs money and XP, but right now XP is going to give him 6 at least.
Uh-oh, he got hit by that. That is a big problem, as now in a lot of trouble. Perfect just burning. He's just trying to avoid everything. We already have traps set up here, as one more shot could do it, as the grenade will do it, and Ruler will pick up first blood, as Perfect, unfortunately, desperate for XP.
Giving any resources over to help bail him out of that situation either. It means he's just on an island.
Oh, they did not expect this, as Canyon was hiding for so long and Cuz was nearby. But he avoided the scan in the bush, and he was able to get the perfect engagement.
Like, surely he would have gone in by now. True shot barrage here. And he's able to identify 100% they don't know that he's there, even though they're suspecting it.
All right, Chovy. That's how you can utilize the pillar with the Bard.
He's trying to get minions. There's just so much gold going to the wayside here in this game.
Oh, piking around, and we got a Wukong around as well, spinning around right on top of them with a shockwave as well. Cuz with the subjugation still not going to survive. Duro kind of gets that ult off at the very end.
An objective, as they are trying to deny one at the same time, speaking of objectives, but there's just not enough KT here. There's too much Gen.G.
They absolutely cannot. He has to flash away, as they were just hanging around in the river, maybe trying to deny the dragon, but that was not going to happen unless he steals it.
Oh, so very close. Good reaction from Dragon.
They did, yeah. It's not double dragon. Uh-oh. Oh, that was very close. Duckdom would have been in a lot of trouble. As now, trading back here decently. The Temper Fate does come in. Only hits the pike, though. As grenade does go forward. 4th shot into Peter. As Ruler going to open up now, and there's not really much that Peter and his friend can do here. Just going to have to magical
press and T sometimes.
I think it's very fun. Oh, hooked over the wall. Magical Journey also over the wall, just in the other direction. Big banana brush control being taken here. There's no objective at the moment. They just want to take over the blue buff jungle of Cuz, and they will be successful at doing that. The spike comes down. As Perfect is down 2 levels to Chovy, who really wanted to go for that kill, but probably smartly does not. As Temper Fate going to come out, but the hook's still going to go off for the 4th shot. Gets it done. Peter is dead in his first game of Bard.
That looked really funny. It almost looked like Ruler Gale forced him for a second there, and I got
so many pings up here in the top lane. Chovy has checked 3 of the brushes. Will he check number 4? Yes, he will, but it might not matter as the root comes down. There's 4 people here. Shockwave used. He will flash away, but the pillar saved, and the chomp does come in.
BDD would have loved to have that gold. Still decent on a trundle there. Chovy does get got. He did his due diligence, but he didn't realize they were alcove gamers all along.
He could have sent that ball over the wall. The ball over the wall! The ball over the wall! Wow, okay, that was pretty cool. Pike also very good at, you know, roaming around, piking around in his case, just like the Bard, so having a big map impact.
And then like what the feats of strength are. We're still explaining that. Probably by maybe next year we won't do it anymore, but
I can get pretty close, actually.
Yeah, why didn't
I'm pretty good at it.
Why didn't you though?
I mean, I have before. I just don't want to, you know, don't want to overdo it.
Yeah, you think we have a long series ahead of us here?
Yeah, there's a lot of time left in this, so I don't want to annoy people too early. You know, it's only the end of game 1, which is definitely going to go 3 games for sure. Does KT come back on blue side? Surely.
I mean, looking at it, it's hard to explain this game in terms of like what KT can do. I mean, what they can do is deny a charge.
It's a big shockwave. They just ran over that ball. Keen has taken so much damage for seemingly no reason. We also did have a fight in mid as a kill went down onto Duckdom. Peter also died down there. And Ruler's really enjoying his life right now.
He's just watching Keen. Hold on. Anyway, this was a Herald Maxer.
He calls it. He's like, all right, I'm going to like do a little wrap around because of the Bard ult.
Let's watch Bard. Shockwave. Maybe.
But it looked like he had enough health to live, but either way, he did not, as we saw.
KT can't see a whole lot. We didn't see what happened there, so we're just kind of vicariously living through them in this case.
Yeah.
I'm sure Peter knows how he died, although he probably doesn't want to. Second death of the game has not made the impact on this Bard for this comp that I think they were looking for. As Equalizer here to maybe set up for a potential flank, but Gen.G just bail out of the situation. They're not going to stay, they're not going to overstay their welcome. And Tier and KT are just trying to leapfrog Vision forward. That one ward, that's all they got. That's all they got.
Yeah, the hook is going to sail wide. Keen really trying to get the angle on his ult here. Let's see the turn. The Temper Fate just totally sailing wide onto Keen, and it was only Keen. Hook comes forward. That's onto the jungler. They're trying to take out Cuz.
Unsuccessful, though.
The damage is going to stop, though, on the... Oh, they're just going to go and chomp it and steal it away, as now Gen.G, they want to go for the follow-up fight here, but Cuz is seemingly incapable of dying, as now Chovy's going to go down. Ruler as well. And KT, a big fight here on the comeback.
Realm Warp for the chase, as BDD does not have flash, gets the heal. Equalizer miss.
Ooh. All right, they're really desperate to get more. They really want to cash in on this fight, but they're not going to be able to do quite as much as they would like.
Still, flash steal play from Cuz is massive. They win the fight. And now suddenly a 4,000 gold gets cut in half, down to 2,000. KT rolls for some signs of life here. And it all starts with Peter putting that T1 logo on the ground with the Bartle, reminding Gen.G that they 2-0'd T1 last week. And I think that was the winning play. Peter can do no wrong, man.
Absolutely.
He put the fear in them.
They're still hiding in the jungle. Canyon did not expect that, as he is burning down quite a bit, but he's actually going to get away, I believe. Peter pretty fast.
Cuz with the Hex Gate.
How far can he run? This is insane. Disengage cone, but the subjugate thankfully going to take him down. As meanwhile, okay, Thorough just going to put an end to that noise and take out Peter.
Yeah, it's in the objective, as we do have that Dragon Main taken alive. I thought we had a fight, so that freaked me out. But the later fight here as well, Realm Warp was there for the chase. If they just let this turret go but don't take a bad fight, and then BDD gets death cap, I mean, he's for them. Or if KT baits out like Canyon's ult, I think they will be happy to just say, well, we have 3 Drakes, you have 1, we'll trade. But until then, they are looking for the big prize here. The Hextech Soul basically seals the deal for them in this game.
Yeah.
Bit of a zoom out here.
Trying to do the blue buff with 18 seconds left until this Drake is spawning.
Yeah, needs to join up, but
he's going to get the buff for the whole team at least right before the fight begins, so
it's pretty big.
There is that.
Keen on the flank.
Oh, they're just going to come in and wrestle control of this banana brush. And so KT just immediately have to back away, and that's going to give potential flank angles to Keen.
I think KT should slow play this. Just play around the Tempered Fate defensively. Make Gen.G come to you. Maybe set up for the Equalizer combo. I mean, the angles here are so good for Perfect, but he's waiting. He's so patient with this.
Yeah. So what KT's comp does very well is accept the pressure and back away. But they haven't been able to set up on an objective and actually fight like that so far. So this will be their opportunity.
Playing around this Rise side lane is so good. Here comes the engage from Gen.G.
All right, Equalizer comes down. Chovy's just incredibly low already, as now Keen has to flash away, but they just gave up the Hextech Soul, Cuz not even able to get in there. The Shockwave for the disengage, and they get out. Gen.G got away with murder there, essentially, as now the exhaust comes down on the Canyon. He is going to decoy away. As Gen.G, now they're the ones that can kite because they have Hextech Soul.
Exactly. I think that's why they went back in there for a potential Cyclone engage. Canyon's like, look, this is really no loss to us. There's no inherent risk. Can just head straight to Baron. They are going to reset now. They're non-teleport champions, so it looks like we're not going to be starting that up just yet, as Peter does have some friends nearby.
He's taking a lot of free damage.
But, I mean, look, they got a bunch of side laning done, like BD, got that turret. So may have a fight here. Keen.
Yeah, Ducktop and Cuz a little bit caught out. Keen gonna go golden with the Bard. Tempered Fate there. So he gets out. Just a bit of poke, and already the Hextech Soul is...
And I just don't see KT being able to get in here for a contest. Cuz with no flash, there is just no way.
BDD's level 18 at least. We'll see if that's enough, as Gen.G will slightly pull off of the Baron. Not going to take any damage from that, and looks like it might just come down to a flip as Cuz is going to get in the pin, and he swipes it down! KT, an opportunity here.
BDD on the flank still.
Still on the flank. You saw that Gen.G wanted to go in on the turn, but King getting a little bit too low, and they're just going to have to give that Baron away.
They give
with the steal for themselves.
I mean, like, you can see KT were like, can we get more? And then they're like, we'll be happy with just a bunch of resets because we got Baron buff. That's outer turret in mid. And maybe they go with Flash Cyclone because BDD is just lurking on the edge. Look at this. Stick's still not a big threat if you can't use it to threaten constantly on objectives like this.
Well, there's the threat as Cuz moves forward. The Temper Fade not going to hit anything, even with the pillar.
They get the subjugate as well, but Cuz going to look to use a Baron.
KT at range and never overcommitted. And with the Hex Tech Soul.
Canyon on the flank.
Yeah, I say that. Here comes Canyon. The Temper Fade already utilized, and now he can't use it on the defense. Peter is just dead. And the damage has been done. The Equalizer does basically nothing, only hits the clone. And the Elder is live.
All right, this is where we're going to have to see some fancy movement from Cuz. Still no flash back up. He's going to have to walk his way in again.
Oh, they have control of Banana Brush. They're just going to turn here. Perfect is dead. After the Zonias, of course, as down he will go. Duro takes that money to the bank.
Duckdom's poke starting to stack up here, but it's not alone enough. BDD is going to have to come for the flank.
He's just going to have to send it, I think. They can't lose the Elder, but now the turn coming in. But look at the damage. Duro is down.
It's
already. Chovy nearly going to go down low, but the shockwave BDD had to just run at them, and they kited it out perfectly. As BDD goes down, they don't quite have the damage. Ruler is hunting. And, well, Cuz he's going to try to get out of here, but he gets Elder down instead. And Gen.G, they were walking a tightrope this entire game. Finally, they broke it open.
Until Chovy slammed his fingers closed in a tight fist with a shockwave that kills BDD. Takes him out of that fight. He was so close to saving this game. He spent a lot of time inside. He was waiting, biding his time for that one big moment. But Chovy said no. Gen.G say no. And they will win this game that felt like they won long ago. KT made it close. Cuz and BDD made it close, but it's not enough in the end.
That's definitely not, as Peter once again going to go down. Unfortunately, not the bar performance I was hoping for from this player. He'll have to go back to the practice room for that one.
And then, boom, the Scion shows up. There's a lot of ways to lock down a single target. The tricky thing is that Lunara should never be in range for that
to take this win, as they obviously did in game number 1. But at the same time, level 2 hit here, as Duro is going to hit level 2 himself. They go in for the play, but barrier comes through, as now Duro in a lot of trouble. He's going to flash the fat wall and does get away. And actually a lot of damage is done to Duckdom on the backside.
Have that same pairing in team fights, but sometimes you can just outplay. Peter says no to this back.
We're just running into the bush. I mean, they will definitely say no and maybe say a little bit more. First blood given over to Unara in the bottom lane.
We don't want a plate. I want that Rakan.
Meanwhile, in the mid lane, Ruler, or rather Peter, coming on in, as now should be a kill with the W comes through. As Peter said.
I don't know, but I thought Peter maybe goes behind him.
Oh, the charm.
Charm is good. Follow up. Pole gets the headbutt after. And it's a good shove from Chovy, but unfortunately he's not obviously able to hit the Ahri, so BDD follows him, gets the flash in, gets the kill. Next here for Duckdom, nothing to scoff at. First item by Peter Hex flashing.
Here we go again. Shield comes through. Do they have the damage is the question. No, they do not. As they say, cowards, and a charged up Q going to clear out most of the wave. And Keen once again
in the mid lane.
Yeah. That's fair. You got a flashless Talia. You know, our spacers were talking about. Oh, speaking of which, and now actually trying to set up a play, and absolutely it'll work. It's a setup here to take down BDD. Canyon picks up the kill.
Just going to be able to come and catch this bottom side wave because he's just not needed here. Lose a few minions. No way.
That's a fully. Oh, Chovy. He cut it short. Actually, a mistake from Chovy is going to lead to Duckdom surviving. Meanwhile, they're trying to fight here. Canyon has his ult up. They're going to get 3 grubs, and now the turn comes down on Peter. They're going to take him out, and Duckdom's just too low. Running on in. Keen says, I can take him. He doesn't have his flash. That's going to be a kill for the Scion, and now Cuz and BDD trying to make something happen here. They land the charm.
BDD!
That's a couple of kills their way. As Chovy kind of low on mana, you can see BDD threatening as well, just pushing him away. Cuz goes back in, and there's the charm to deny the Q, but still, the outplay from Keen as he flashes over, and now BDD's in trouble. Even low on mana, Chovy is doing the damage, but it's just gonna be Keen styling all over them.
Suddenly, Chovy gets the snipe. Like, that's the biggest problem right there. Jarvan goes down, and Keen is, he's bomby cindering.
Oh.
Kills him with the ult. Comes up right at the
kind
end.
of absurd.
That's, he's very fed.
Show me the damage numbers.
Yeah. Chovy gonna have to flash here. It's the power of the Jarvan. Now going in, BDD looking for the angle, but that's just gonna be Spirit Rush down. That's fine, but not quite the value they were looking for. Meanwhile, the replay. What happens here on this Dragon?
Looks like they just took it, right?
Is that the whole replay? Took the Dragon, or was it stolen?
I think it's got it.
No, okay, they just got it. It just showed the whole...
Doesn't have his Triforce yet. Not even going to be his biggest spike, but would have at least helped him some of that damage. Speaking of damage.
Yeah, Peter in a bunch of trouble. Going to have to go with the Unbreakable Will, but he's still taking a bunch of damage. Duck Dom's like, I don't know if I can even help you, buddy. Peter forced to flash away. As now Keen going to be denied the ult out. It looks like he is done for as well. He's just going to go for the wave here. Meanwhile,
Perfect got pinged the second he went for the proxy. I think Gen.G were like, stop him. It create a lot of, cost a lot of resources.
Okay.
Yeah, going in.
Really trying to set this one up. Nearly dies, and well, okay, yeah, he's just dead. Hard to explain that one.
Limit
His
testing
team was nearby. Limit testing, unfortunately, for the guy.
You know, nearby enough for the MySpace ads to be like, there's a Ahri Yunara in your area.
Oh no. All right, follow up here, Cuz in a bunch of trouble. Redemption comes down, and the Yunara is beginning to go crazy, but still able to push her away before she does any real damage. Meanwhile, we got ults down on the bottom side. Chovy makes his way in as Duckdown makes his way over the wall. Gonna pull back the Scion now, but Keen incredibly tanky here in the front line. Duckdown not able to do enough, but finally they get the follow-up knockup, and he will be able to do enough, and that is a shutdown as well, as they'll take down Keen.
The Kraken has been slain. He did a lot of damage in that fight, Duckdom did. They just kind of locked Keen down, and Duckdom punched him. Looks like Gen.G are going to double Dragon just the same, as Cuz is just nowhere nearby, because Gen.G already got that.
Yeah. Decently big wave will be denied, but Rift Herald taken by Gen.G in response.
Same amount of damage that's needed, as a lot of other mid laners would if the Yunara goes down. Even with the reset potential, this is not the Showmaker full Magi Ahri.
Flash on in. Committing now, all out. Does come down from Perfect, but the TP flank from the Taliyah. The knockup does come in, but eventually you are just dead.
Yeah, this is a
faded in, I suppose, by Keen.
Yeah, there's a bit of a misjudge there. The rest of his team has Prio in mid, but still, that's a long way away. Chovy does commit his TP, but it's not all for nothing, because Canyon just shadows him here and he gets the turret. Yeah. So it's a big win. They get the kill, they get the turret. A lot of injection of money here.
They think Chovy's alone. He is not quite alone, as the ult is actually going to get the knockup and deny Chovy from taking all that much damage, as now the follow-up goes into BDD, going to force that Spirit Rush. And meanwhile, Gen.G are pushing them away on the top side here too. Duckdom trying to go in, but the quickness comes out. Keen making his way up, as now very nice knockup does come out from Peter. They're trying to take out this Yunara, or at least the front line that will block for her. And the big one gonna take down the Alistair, as Perfect uses his TP just to potentially die in this one. Has to get out as he is Cassante, but the fully charged Q comes through, and he does TP to his death, unfortunately, as Gen.G beginning to run the Rift already.
There's just not enough. There's not enough without Perfect there to win that fight, which is why opting into it from Ruler and Duro made 100% sense. Duro takes most of his health bar and damage, but gets away. They had Keen there, and for Perfect, you're in the fountain, spamming D, clicking as fast as you can. It's just not a fight you can win. Duckdom flashes away. He has to put all of his damage into a Scion. And even when BDD shows up, it's like, nah. And Perfect's here, too late.
Yeah. Makes his way in just to die. I like the respect that Ruler showed to the Yunara. to Duck in that fight, because even though they knew they were in a winning spot, he did not step up to her at all. As the knockup will come through. But yeah, mainly just going to be perfect dashing away on the Cassante.
All the wind is out of KT's sails now. And this is a Gen.G sitting on Hextech Soul Point again. As this is a really big posturing over Otacon vision on top side here by KT. Understand the thought process behind it. They still have that top turret, so I don't know if fighting into this choke point into Gen.G is the best option. Red buff's picked up for Duck. He's coming back over. See if Gen.G overextend into this Yunara. I don't think so. I'm going to say no.
Yeah. Again, like I said before, she is like really the only threat as Chovy takes a bunch of damage, but does a bunch himself. Duro with the follow-up, and now Cubs just trying to peel, as is perfect, but look at Duck. He's not able to do any damage in this fight at all, as finally they do move over, and they finally remove the Yunara from the game without having to ban her. Just that easy.
That was wild what he was able to do there in the last few seconds. Yunara, if he should have committed the barrier there, but was hoping to at least get one trade kill and maybe deny this Otacon on the top side. Maybe BDD goes over and Gen.G just has full control over the fight, so Duck has to sit it out until he's 1v5ing. And as well as he almost took Ruler out in that scenario, he doesn't.
Uh-oh. Well, that's going to be the end of Peter there, as fifth death in this one.
See, that Yunara is going to hit. She's going to have to get in range of our engage. Thura has flash ult. Chovy has Weaver's Wall to zone. Look at his positioning here already. Can do damage to this Baron over the wall at safety, as well as just deny KT entry. Same with Keen.
Keen's positioning there was so cool, actually. This wall is not going to deny Cuz, but a Q is, and, well, they have a bunch of CC to follow that one up. But now the turn comes in after the Baron is taken, and down will go Peter once again. Disengage cone comes through, but looks like maybe Perfect will still be punished. Well, perhaps not, because he is Cassante. Flash forward from Canyon, though. They want a bit more, and they will get Cuz, at least, for the sins of the Blast Cone.
This Cataclysm buys some space here as they look to punish Keen.
All right, Charm comes through, and, well, they are not going to... Oh, they do get him at the very last moment, as Yunara is just insane, but Ruler is insaner.
That was really scary for a second there. If Ruler goes down and Duck lives, maybe there's an angle. But 2 times in a row, Duck is close, this time much closer than the last. They're not able to end off of this push, even 27 minutes in, but they will just go and take a Hextech Dragon, which in the bit of a TP in here for one of the last few opportunities KT have. The Dragon was not taken yet.
Yeah, I guess they're just gonna look for the fight instead. Perfect. Dashing on over. Gen.G certainly want to force this one. Canyon goes in. And, well, we get a nice little ult into the wall. A little celebration from Keen, perhaps.
Duck in a good position here.
Follow-up from Peter, looking pretty good, though. As now the Q does come in. Duro just going to try to frontline, but Duck still not accounted for. Perfect, gonna carry Ruler over. Just, well, he's just gonna go down.
He just wants to take his health bar away so Duck can kill him, but now it's even health, and I just don't think he can get it done. TP here by both soul laners to end.
Yeah, and I think they're just gonna do it. The Ahri's just too low, and he knows where the Yunara is. The Q comes down, Duck will be denied, and it looks like he'll just leave the job to Chovy, as Keen just denies any back from the Ahri.
Peter's here, but he can't do damage.
Oh, this is beautiful stuff, as very much a lot of gold, but I love the way that they're ending this game, denying all the backs and denying any chance, any hope to the side of KT Rolster of denying this 2-0. As Cuz is here, but they're just letting the minions do it. They don't even want to hit the Nexus themselves. Down it will go, and in 30 minutes, Gen.G win game number 2.